it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video, and welcome to Family World, created by Rhythmo Clubber. Now, this park got recommended to me by somebody. I can't remember who it was, so whoever it was, thank you, and I do apologise that I can't remember. But this is a little hidden gem. I would have missed this completely, and it's got a Jurassic Park section in it, and I love Jurassic Park so much. So let's have a look at this park on the workshop. Now, unfortunately I can't read any of that. So, yep, good description, and let's hop into this park. So, here we are at the park entrance. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited to get into this park. I'm like a little kid at Christmas. I love Jurassic Park, so I'm just going to rush through and just get to Jurassic Park area as quick as humanly possible. But we've got the main entranceway here. I like what you've done here with the Family World sign. That's really good. Now, I'm not 100% sure what language this is. I believe it's German, I think. Now, if it's not German and I've said that wrong, I'm really sorry. I don't like when I do spotlights in different languages because I kind of like show how ignorant I am when it comes to like foreign languages. And despite the fact that I learnt French and German at school as well, you wouldn't think it. But we've got season ticket. Now that's got to be season ticket. So I'm learning as I go. And we've got welcome, which is welcome. Oh, I think it must be German actually, because I did Victory Legend Park by waaaaay, and waaaaay was German. So I think I'm right in saying it's German. I think. If I'm wrong and people get really angry in the comments, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. But we've got Family World here. I wish I could read all these signs. I really do. But I love the architecture that you've done around here. All around here is just beautiful. It's just so engaging as you come in as well, and even though it's very flat, it's still really beautiful. There's one thing that I did notice as I went through this park is there's not a lot of elevation changes. Now, I do like elevation changes in parks, should I say. But this one works even without it. You've done a really good job, and I think that's mostly because of the way that you've managed to immerse it with the path layout and the benches and bins and then the foliage that you've used around it. It just works fantastically, and it feels compact but not claustrophobic, if that makes sense. But we're going to walk to the left around here. So, I mean, what a beautiful little seating area just round here. It's nothing amazing. It's nothing that nobody has seen before. There's not things here that people are like, oh, how have they done that? And oh, what's that piece? It's stuff that you see all the time in like every park, but just the way that it's been implemented and put together is just fantastic. It's really picturesque and beautiful and very scenic. Not scenic, that's not the right word. What's the word that I'm trying to think of? Like tranquil and serenic, is that a word? I don't know. What I mean is when you can kind of like come away from the park, when you want to take yourself away from the park, you just need that 5 minutes to just calm down and breathe and relax and escape from the hustle and bustle of the park. This is the area that you would do it in. Now, there is a word for it, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. So, what a fantastic spotlight we're having so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So, we've got this little billboard here. That's really cool. That's quite original and unique. And you see these in parks as well. Just these little, almost like what would have been telephone boxes, maybe, or something like that. And then they've just chucked these things over the top of them, possibly. I don't know. But you do see them in parks anyway. We've got all the shops just down to the left. Really nicely done. It's funny because Rhythmo Clubber is actually messaging me as we're doing this spotlight. I messaged him and said, would he mind if I did a spotlight on the channel, because I mean this is the type of park that I want to spotlight on the channel because it's just so good. I mean, there's so many different ways I can look, and my eyes are just being averted all over the place, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anything because there's just detailing everywhere. But we've got Speed Shot up here now. Is this an exit? Possibly. I may potentially be coming the wrong way, but we'll see in a second, I guess. Yes, this is an exit for a ride. But even just around the back of this shop, like the back of this restaurant, it's all detailed and foliage and trimmed. And just that thought of everywhere you're looking. You've even got a menu on the back, so when you exit this ride, you've got a menu there, and you'll be like, oh, actually, yeah, we haven't had any dinner yet. Well, we'd better go and grab some dinner. We've got a little backstage area here. Just wonderful. Really, really good. So that was the exit for the ride. I like how it can come both sides as well. So you just go down the steps and then you can come here to the restaurant should you wish to. But we'll carry on walking down here. And look at these sight lines. This is the type of park where I can just stand there for like a good 5-10 minutes just admiring the sight lines. And this is the type of park that just reminds you of what a beautiful game this actually is. It's easy to take it for granted, but then there are times when there are certain parks that make you stop and take a breath and realise just how incredibly beautiful this game actually is. I love this. Just the viewing point there. And we've got Speed Shot. I'm looking forward to getting on this ride. And you've got the details for it as well. So, Guben van Rhythmo Clubber. So does that mean created by? Created by Rhythmo Clubber. 107 kilometers an hour, 5.6 G max. That's really nice. Nice little touch there. Jurassic Land. Jurassic Land. We're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, all this. So the ride goes over the path, and you've thought about that. You've thought about the safety and the realism. So you've got this don't die fencing just over here. I mean, that is awesome. You come in here, and we're going to have a sit down just here. And we just need to just take a quick break, and you can just watch the coaster just go around. Now, how long am I going to have to wait for a coaster to come over the top of us? Do you know what? I think it's worth the wait. I genuinely do think it's worth the wait. Look at that! That's incredible. Wow. So, all the foliage and all the rock work that you've done. So, Speed Shot. So, height, you must be a minimum height of 1.2 meters. And then we've got all the food stalls just here as well. And let's have a walk down this queue path. So, really nice queue path as well. Nice little water feature that you've got implemented just to the left here. That's a great water feature, in fact. Yeah, brilliant. And we've got a little waterfall here. Small and tactful. So let's carry on walking down this queue path. So we've got some more don't die fencing here, just where the ride is going above us. So let's carry on walking through, pushing through people. Move out of the way. Matty coming through. I am clearly more important. You've got my ride camera. Oh, that's my ride camera that I put on the workshop. I've never seen any of my things in somebody's park before. Oh, I'm touched. Yeah, that was a ride camera that I made for Tomb Flumer originally in Eden Gardens. Now, I wonder if that actually works as well. Now, the way that I've actually done it is that is actually a working camera. Let's just very quickly, let's just pop it tonight a second, just to see if it does. If it doesn't, I can actually show you how you can actually get that working. Now, how long we're going to have to wait for another car to come. I mean, this looks ace at night as well. And it comes down. Alright, okay, it doesn't quite work. Now, I can show you that in a second. That is absolutely fine. I can show you exactly how to get that right. But, oh, let's put that back today a second. Oh, I'm really touched that I've actually seen something of mine in a park. First time that's ever happened. So, let's carry on walking down here. Nice station. Really nicely done. And that's cool as well, how it comes out and then around past there. That's unique, just some interaction with the station as well. And let's have a look at these stats, shall we? So we've got the bag storage there. And let's have a look at the stats. So we've got green across the board. Really, really nice. A max G of 5.6, which is some really good. Highest drop of 35 meters. Max speed of 67. 4 inversions and 1.3 of airtime. So, without further ado, let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everybody. What a first coaster that was. That was almost perfect. To be honest, that was absolutely fantastic. There's so much praise I can give to that ride. It was really smooth. I didn't really feel that it felt like it needed any smoothing anywhere in particular. Some great banking, some great inversions. The way that it interacts with the rides and itself and the queue line and the buildings, it's just absolutely brilliant. A lot of that is custom supported as well. I mean, if it wasn't good enough already, then why not just add some custom supporting on as well, just to make it even more impressive. Just absolutely brilliant. What a first coaster that is. And let's just have a look at the footprint it takes up as well. So it's actually a relatively small footprint for the ride, but it's just done so well. Now, one thing I have done for you, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it just there, just before this ride comes around. And we're going to pull that menu back up again. Let's just change to the other camera mode. Let's just swap that to night. And hang on, we need it looking up there, and let's just unpause that a second. So the ride camera now actually works like a ride camera, so it now flashes. So what I have done for you, and if anybody else would like any help with ride cameras or any questions, if I go over this too fast, then by all means feel free to just comment down below, and I'm more than happy to maybe just do a quick tutorial on how to do this. But what you've done is you'd put the trigger on the ride. So where is this? Right, okay. So that's where you put your trigger. So you've got a trigger there of number 1. Now what you had done is you had put the light as what was being triggered. But instead of putting the light, what you want to do is you want to connect it to a display sequencer instead. And then put the display sequencer connected to the light instead. And then on the display sequencer, what you want to do is you want to have that colourable area light selected. You're going to put it on repeat toggle and trigger, and then it's going to toggle every 0.1 seconds for a second, which will give it that kind of flashing light. So when the ride goes past, it does that quick burst of flashes like an actual ride camera does in real life. So yeah, hopefully that's been of help to you. Am I in the right camera mode? Yes, I am. Let's hide that horrible hood. But yeah, speed shot, absolutely amazing. Great job. Loved it. Amazing first coaster. Makes me even more excited to go on the rest because this is such a high benchmark. It truly is. I mean, it just looks awesome as well, doesn't it? Let's face it, that looks like a good coaster. Even before you get on it, it looks ace. So, right, so we're going to come down this bridge. I mean, like, it's going all around us as well. I say it takes up a small footprint, but you come down this ride exit and you can still see it. Just brilliant. So, right, so we've already had a look at this. We've already looked at this, so let's carry on walking back down here. So we'll walk past the entrance for speed shot. And we've got one of the midway games. So chuck the balls into the baskets. Now, them baskets are quite generous. That can't be too hard a game, to be honest. Win a prize every time. And there's going to be a new zone coming there soon by the looks of it. Maybe that's a PS5 expansion, possibly. Maybe, I don't know. We've got Jurassic Park. Oh my days. So, Isaac, my 8-year-old son, is obsessed with dinosaurs. I mean, literally obsessed. And all we'll hear, like at random points throughout the day, is and we're like, Isaac, for crying out loud. He's like, what? It's like you're humming Jurassic Park again. Oh, sorry. Now, I'm desperate to go in there, but I'm going to show some self-restraint, and we're going to look around the rest first, and we're going to save Jurassic Park till last. And you have no idea how hard this is. This is killing me. Not actually going in there straight away. I just want to go in and look at it, but I'm showing some self-restraint, and I'm going to wait. So we've got one of these spinning like potluck rides. That's really good. What is down here? What is this? Oh wow! So we've got one of the Jurassic Park Jeeps down here. Wow. That's awesome. Where is the ride? Can we stop and wait? Oh, I can't wait to go on this. This is awesome. Right. I am so excited. I'm like a little kid at Christmas. I really am. I'm getting way too excited this spotlight. So I can see a hot air balloon just over there. I mean, a lot of this is custom supported again as well. Wow. So we've got T-Rex, we've got the gates here. So this is, I assume this maybe would get opened up if it gets a little bit busier or something like that potentially. Now, I'm just going to have a very quick zoom out just so I can just try and get my bearings a little bit. So we've done this section, so we're kind of like coming back. So we'll have a look around here, and then we'll have a walk back up to the Jurassic Park area. So let's have a look down in Wonderland. So your buildings are all so beautifully done. All the trimming and the foliage and the decoration that you've done this little, like almost like bell tower at the top. It's missing the bell, but I can kind of see what you were going for. We've got all the butterflies that are everywhere, and then we've got coffee, pip shot, chief beef, and donuts, and then with a block of toilets in the middle. Again, just really nicely integrated into the area, beautifully themed, and foliage. Thank you for the park. Thank you for the park tour. Does that mean that I get to go on there now? Does that mean that I get to go on the walk of on the board of fame because I've done a spotlight? I hope so. I want to see Iron Matty there as well. Oh, I'd be honoured, actually. I'd actually be really touched to be mentioned in a park such as this. A Jurassic Park. Oh, excited. So let's carry on down here. Oh. Let's carry on down. I'm not saying a lot because I don't know what to say without repeating myself, so I do apologise that there is long moments of silence, but I just don't know what to say. If I'm honest, I genuinely don't know what to say. So we've actually got a ride here. Let's have a walk down this, shall we? What a cool queue path with all the broken fence and everything. That's really unique. I love this. Come round here. Carry on walking around. Oh, we've got a bit of an elevation change up there, so. And here we come into the station. What a beautiful station this is. That is fantastic. This is another one of them parks that I'm running out of words with. I feel like I'm reviewing one of NH99's parks or something like that, like the Planco Frontierland. One of them parks where I'm running out of things to say because you end up using all the positive feedback that you can, and you just end up like rinsing and repeating the same words like amazing, fantastic, beautiful. It feels like one of them parks. Like I say, I can't remember who mentioned this park to me, but whoever it was, thank you. Thank you for recommending this park because it's incredible. So we've got Grendel. Don't know what that means, I'm sorry. Well, obviously, of course, the stats are going to be a little bit lower. You would expect that. It's a kiddie coaster. What do you expect? But without further ado, let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. So I tried a new view with that rather than going front bumper. I thought I'd give that a whirl, see what that was like. Let me know what you think down below if that was actually a better view from when we go on one of these kiddie coasters. But feedback wise, yeah, what more do you need for a kiddie coaster? It hit all the beats that it needed to. It kept up a nice slow rhythmic speed, some nice airtime. I love how it comes over the station here like that. Wasn't too long, wasn't too short, really great theming all the way around it. I loved kind of like this fairy tale adventure as you're going around. It almost feels like Shrek kind of thing. Does that make sense to anybody else? I was kind of like getting a bit of Shrek vibes from it. Like, oh, I can't even remember where Shrek lives now. I know he lives in a swamp. Before I get any clever comments down below, Matty lives in a swamp. I know that, but the actual world that he lives in, I can't remember what it's called. I know Duloc is obviously the city. I can't remember what the actual world is called. But yeah, I was kind of like getting that kind of sense from it. So we've actually got two different exit paths as well. So let's walk down this exit path, shall we? Down here. So I've got all the arches just down here. You've got all the fencing just around just to make sure that it's safe. Oh, right, okay, so you put these little foods just inside the tents. That's cool. And then the barrels over the top of them. That's original. And that's certainly different. And, oh, you can't go all the way around. Okay, so it just leads you to this like little secluded area. That's a nice little idea. That's just this nice little seating area. So come back up over the bridge. Back down. So I don't know what that says, I'm sorry. Is that bubble tunnel? Must be bubble tunnel. Surely. That must be what it is. So we come down here. We've got a flat ride inside that again. Amazing building once again. We'll have a look at that from the front in a second. I'm just going to shush just for a second and just listen as we walk down here. How tranquil is that? Doesn't feel like you're in a theme park. This is not the biggest of parks. I mean, if we just very quickly zoom out, it's not a huge park. But what you have managed to do is create all these pockets of quiet zones in this park. There are places to escape and just able to catch your breath for 5 minutes. And in a park that's this small, and to be able to create these little pockets of quiet areas is just brilliant. And again, great carousel, really nicely integrated. We've got the waterfall here. And we've got a police car going past, so I do apologise once again. Anyone who watches my videos knows that I live next to a police station, and I have police cars that go past my house all the time. They're not after me, don't worry. Seriously, a police car, are you going to go past or what? Hurry up. Wow. Apologies about that, guys. So, here we go. We've got this flat ride down here. Really nice queue line. Once again, really nicely foliaged. And just this building as well. Just the colour choice and the trimming and the foliage that you've used around it. And then you've changed the colour of the flat ride as well to match. Just all fits together perfectly. And now my next door neighbour has now decided that they want to start drilling. Wow, this is amazing. What a fantastic review. We're having so much luck here right now. What I might end up having to do is, if this carries on, is just taking a break and then coming back a bit later on and finishing this off, I think. So, I mean, Rhythmo, you are an artist. You are a true artist. This is incredible, my friend. Absolutely incredible. Up there with the best. Absolutely up there with the best that I've seen. It's fantastic. And we still haven't even got over to Jurassic Park yet. We haven't even got over to my favourite bit of the park. I believe we've now looked at everything on this side. Let me just make sure before we go to the best bit. We've looked at everything. Do you know what? They can carry on drilling. I'm too excited. I'm not waiting. I don't care. I'm going in regardless. So, welcome to Jurassic Park. Have they got King Kong in there or something? Oh, look at this. Now, Jurassic Park tends to be one of the most replicated films in Planet Coaster. I don't know why. Clearly there's a lot of Jurassic Park fans that play Planet Coaster, clearly. But it just seems to be the one film that everyone tries to recreate in Planet Coaster. Now, I'm aware that there has been the odd one or two on console. Not that many, not like PC, because we aren't able to have the TMTK and bring over the dinosaurs the same way. But this is the first one that I truly looked at on the console, and this is just mind-blowing. I genuinely feel like I'm on Isla Sorna. So, we've got a Raptor, which is in the visitor centre, look. So, let's have a walk up this queue path. I love how you built the visitor centre with all the steps going up, but then you've roped off all the bits where they can't go. That's a really clever touch. So, let's have a look. Let's keep walking up here. So, we've got the Jurassic Park Jeep there. And then we go up inside the visitor centre. This is awesome. This is fantastic. And down we come. And down into the station. So let's have a look at the results for Raptor, shall we? Oh, that you didn't name it. I'm gonna name it for you. Hang on. Raptor. There you go. I named it for you. You're welcome. Right, so not green across the board. I honestly don't care. I could not care less. Stats, yeah, I don't think anyone else cares. Let's just get on with it, shall we? Enjoy, everyone. I can't wait for this. I don't know what to say. It was ace. It was brilliant. I really liked it. I don't know what else to say. Let's try and give feedback if I can. I love how it goes behind this waterfall at the start. I think that's a really unique idea, how it just very slowly comes around here. Now, that will most likely be bringing the stats down, the enjoyment, the excitement, the fear. That's probably all dragging it down. But I don't think that's fair that it pulls it down, because this is so good how it kind of like slowly comes down here. It's building the anticipation for the ride. So for me, I think it was fantastic. And the stats don't mean everything in this game. A lot of people know that. Green across the board does not mean that it's not always a good ride. It just doesn't. I mean, the actual ride itself was ace. Again, we've got all this custom supporting. Again, you put custom supporting on all these rides. The inversions that you had were fantastic. This Raptor cage, you've actually built the Velociraptor cage. There's a Velociraptor down there. I didn't even see that. Oh! And they're guarding the eggs. What? Mind equals blown. I didn't even realise there was raptors in the raptor cage. Oh, yeah, love it. I just love it. How many times can you say love it, Matty? Oh dear. So, right, let's come out the exit, shall we? Before I gush over this park anymore. It's just becoming uncomfortable now, isn't it? Is everyone else just cringing now? I'm cringing at myself. It's like, oh Matty, seriously, just get a grip. Grow up. So, We've got the T-Rex enclosure here with the ride going inside, and then we've got the T-Rex breakout. Arguably, I would put a strong argument forward for the most iconic scene in film history is the T-Rex breakout from Jurassic Park 1. And it's funny because Isaac, he's only 8, and he's watched all the Jurassic Park films, and he's fine. They just don't faze him. Now, I was 10 when Jurassic Park came out, and my dad took me to the cinema to see it. I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. Now, I don't know if that's partly because the CGI back then, that was the first of its kind. We'd never seen anything like that, whereas kids this day and age, they have CGI and everything. So they're just kind of used to it. I don't know if maybe that's a part of it. I'm just trying to excuse the fact that I'm a wimp, basically, and that my 8-year-old is harder than I am. But we've got these shops here, and then, I mean, any Jurassic Park fan should recognise what this is. So this is the Velociraptor cage that they got delivered in the very first film. So the opening scene where they're putting him in, and then that man, like the man falls in and then gets like dragged in, and he's like, shoot her, shoot her, that bit. So yeah, I do apologise, guys, that I've gotten way too excited this review. I really do. I mean, normally I'm like this when I'm like with Tommy CM or something like that. We get like really excited, and with Michael from M&J Games, it's like we'll get way too excited about things. But for a spotlight by myself, and I'm just like, yeah. So let's carry on walking down here. We will be going on this T-Rex ride in a moment, of course. We're going to leave that till the very end. That's going to be the last thing that we go on. But just this Raptor cage, how you can come round here and you have a look in the Raptor cage. If other people have done a Jurassic Park on consoles, I don't mean to take away from anything what they've done, but I can't see how they would be better than this. By all means, try and prove me wrong. I would love to be proved wrong. I would love to somebody come along and say, like, do you know what? I can do better than that. Prove me wrong. But for me, this is just absolute perfect Jurassic Park theming and Planet Coaster. For console, at least. Certainly for the console. So we've got a terrace in here. I love how you can come in here. So it's a Raptor cage, but it feels almost more like the Indominus Rex cage from Jurassic World. What's that? Is Ace. And then we come around here and we come to the aviary, which again is just fantastically done. We've even got a little backstage area here, look. Also got all the pipes that go around. You've even decorated all the back. And you put a walkway all the way around. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. That level of detail. Wow. You've thought of everything. You truly have thought of everything when you've done this. You've got a little seating area up here. Now that is an actual bench. How are people getting up here? Oh, I didn't even realise that. So people can actually come up and have a look over as well. Wow. And then this is the observation tower. So this is where the rangers would stand on top and make sure everything's okay and shoot the raptors or the T-Rex if things went wrong. Clearly they did. They failed their job massively. I mean, let's face it, the security at Jurassic Park sucked. I mean, they really, really needed to hire some better security, didn't they? So, let's walk down here, back down to the aviary. And once again, this aviary is just brilliant. Everything that you've done just fits the theme. Let's have a walk down the queue line. I'd love to have custom music in the game. I mean, of course, I wouldn't be able to have the Jurassic Park music because I would most likely get copyright striked. But even still, just to be able to walk around here, even if I wasn't recording, and just be able to listen to the Jurassic Park sounds and music, it just adds to this experience. But that is amazing, and the way that you've covered up most of the ride with the rocks as well. Yeah, brilliant. So, I believe the only ride we've got left to do is T-Rex. We've got another police car coming past. I do apologise, guys. I can only apologise for this. So, a T-Rex. Swat some sightlines as we walk through. And walk down this queue path. Right, we're going to pause it there just before that train disappears. And let's have a look at the stats. So, green across the board, almost 7 excitement, very nice. G-forces in really good limits as well. Really nicely done. 5 inversions. So, without further ado, let's go for the final ride in the park. T-Rex, enjoy. Once again, another really good coaster. Of the 3 rides that we went on, I believe that one could have potentially done with some very slight smoothing as we went around. There was just a couple of little places where I thought it could have just done maybe just with a bit of slight smoothing. It was nothing major at all, but I love the way that it goes around this entire T-Rex enclosure, through the trees, through the jungle. And where is it? I mean, I think everyone knows the bit that I am going to be referring to here. Where is it? Here. How it goes under the water there. Let's just actually watch it from above as it goes. I didn't realise there's water triggers as well. So as it goes underneath, the water actually triggers. I mean, that is absolutely superb. This shot here, as you come down and then come through this tunnel, is just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, sorry, I was just admiring the waterfall, which I don't think I mentioned. I love the waterfall. Sorry. Yeah, that ride was ace. I would probably say my favourite ride of the 3 coasters that we've been on is probably Raptor. To be honest, I think Raptor was amazing. All 3 were fantastic though. Now, I don't think we've missed anything. I don't believe. Which means the only thing that we've got left to do is have a look at this park at night. So, as expected, the lighting is really good. When you have these enclosures the way like this, you would expect these hazard lights to be a really good effect, which is exactly what they are as well. lit up really well. It shows the sparks a little bit more on the fence as well, where the T-Rex has broken through. Them sparks are a little bit more apparent at night. And we've got Raptor that's very blue. It does almost look more like the Jurassic World with that blue tint and everything. Yeah, all this is lit up great. Yeah, can't knock any of that. Looks really good. Let's just come back down here. We'll walk past the visitor centre. We've got the Jurassic Park sign with the fires on it. Very nicely done. And then the rest of the park just lit up really well as well. Not overly lit, not underlit. You've struck a really good balance with that. Yeah, great job. So the only thing I've got left to do is just give my closing thoughts, which, where do I even start with a park such as this? Rhythmo, you absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. I don't know how it's possible that parks can continue to blow me away the way that they do, and I can keep finding parks that I keep thinking keep raising the bar. I'm not sure how, because I keep believing that I found a new benchmark, and then somebody such as yourself comes along and then surpasses it. Just brilliant. It's up there with the best. Once again, up there with the best. So great job, great coasters, great theming, great foliage. Love the fact that you've got Jurassic Park in there. Well done, is all I will say, is well done. I hope everybody has enjoyed this spotlight. I think you can probably tell that I enjoyed this one. Maybe, I'm not sure what give it away, if honest. But thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you ever so much. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I will see you soon for more Planet Coaster content. Goodbye, everybody.